All right, lovely. So the birds are all chirping like it's spring out there. It's crazy. Anyway, sitting on your mat, your legs outstretched. Give those legs a bit of a rub. Down, get to those knees, give those kneecaps a bit of a rub. And rub all the way up and down through those quads. Thumb hard on the inside of your legs. And then rub those fingers down the outside of the legs. And then all the way down through those calves, through the shins. And then look at those feet and check that they're pointing straight up. So middle of the ankle to the middle of those toes, that line needs to be parallel. And that's how you need to stand as well. That's how you place your foot on the floor, parallel to the direction of travel. Holding those feet in, or hold on to those shins so the feet are up, and then look at those knees and check that the knees are parallel. So my right knee then rolls in a bit. So I then clench the bum and roll those thighs out to touch. Clench those bum, roll the bum and roll those thighs out. Slide those hands down towards the feet. Soften your knees a bit. Make sure they come straight up. Pop those fingers over the toes and just pull those toes towards you. Put both hands on one foot, pull one foot in, stretch that Achilles, that calf, and then release. Put both hands on the other foot and stretch that Achilles and that calf, and release. And then put both hands on, a hand on each foot, pull both of them towards, and then push both those toes away and let those shoulders and armpits stretch through, let that back stretch through, push that head over the top of those toes, and then release the knees down to the floor. Let yourself sit up tall, roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Pop the fists on the floor behind, lift that chest up, breathing in. Take that chin up to the sky, breathing out, pull those shoulder blades together. Lifting the chest up all the time, and then bring that chin all the way down into that chest. Pulling that chin down. And then lift that chin all the way up into the sky. Bring that chest up tall, breathing in. Breathing out, pull that chin all the way down into that chest. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Turn those eyes around to the right, looking over that right shoulder, keeping those eyes up horizontal. And then keeping those eyes horizontal, turn all the way around to the left, looking over that left shoulder. And then bring those eyes back to the center. And then pull that chin all the way down into the chest. Turn those eyes to the right side of that right leg, pulling that left ear up away from that left shoulder. And then turn those eyes over to the left side of the left leg, keeping those shoulders back. Pull that right ear away from that right shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring those eyes back to the center between the two legs, pulling those shoulders back and down. And then lift those eyes up all the way to the sky. Pushing that chin up tall, breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that chin all the way back down into the chest. Turn those eyes again to the left. And again to the right. And then bring them all the way back up to the middle. Release the hands on the leg, off the floor. Put them on the legs and roll them all the way forwards again, reaching that chest down towards those knees or the thighs, taking the armpits down towards the knees, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing those knees down into the floor. And then lifting yourself up nice and tall. Bring those arms up to the sky, breathing in. And on the out breath, lowering all the way down to flat. All the way down to flat. Take the head down to the floor, take those arms all the way over the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach the right hand away from the right foot. Really pushing. And then reach that left hand away from that left foot. Really pushing that hand away. Reach both hands away from both feet. And then bring those arms all the way up to the sky, holding them up above the chest, push those hands up, pushing those shoulders forwards, breathing in. On the out breath, pushing those shoulders into the floor, lifting that spine up off the floor, pushing the tailbone into the floor, pushing the back of the head into the floor, pulling those shoulders down towards the waist, and then flattening that back into the floor, pushing those hands to the sky, lifting those shoulders away. Feel that neck stretching, feel that back pushing down, breathing in. On the out breath, push those shoulders all the way down into the floor. Lift that tummy up to the sky, arching that back off the ground, pushing that tailbone down, pushing those shoulders down, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing those hands up to the sky one more time. And then pull them back down into the floor and let that body stay neutral. Pull the lower ribs onto the floor, middle ribs, upper ribs. Flatten that lower back, arch that lower back by moving the pelvis. Flatten that lower back, arch that lower back. So hold these lower ribs down. Learn to move the lower back from the pelvis, not from flaring the ribs up and down. Flattening, arching, come into that middle position. Take those arms all the way down, pointing towards the toes. Chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. All the way up, hands on those legs, reaching all the way forward. Reaching all the way forward towards those feet. Coming all the way down, armpits down towards those toes, pushing that head over the top of those toes. Sitting yourself back up nice and tall, put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, lift and turn. And then come around the other way, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, lift and turn. Facing the front. Bringing those arms up again, we're going to come all the way down to the ground one more time. Lowering all the way down. Resting those hands on the floor beside you. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them all the way down, pushing those hands towards those feet. Breathing in, push those elbows into the floor, lift that chest up off the floor. Push the head, back of the head into the ground, lifting that chest up, pushing the tailbone down. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lift all the way up onto the back of the head, pushing that chest all the way up into the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out, lifting that chest up. And then lowering all the way down to the floor. Lift those arms all the way up, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling all the way up to sitting. Hands on those legs, lean all the way forward. Leaning all the way forward towards those feet. Breathing in. Breathing out, pushing that head over the top of those feet. And then sitting yourself up nice and tall. Bring that roller in. Put the roller on the floor behind you. Flatten your feet on the floor. And then laying all the way back onto the roller. Rest those bottom ribs on the roller. Breathing in, take the head in the hands. Breathing out, lengthen over that roller. Lowering the back of the head to the floor. Stretching through those ribs. And then coming back up. Move the roller up towards the middle of the back, breathing in. On the out breath, open that body all the way over that roller. Lengthening that head all the way down towards the floor. And then bring that head back up, breathing in. On the out breath, move that roller up a little bit more. Breathing out. Lengthen that chest, lengthen that back all the way over that roller. And then bringing yourself all the way back up again. Move it one more time. Stretching all the way down, pushing the chest up, pushing the breastbone up. So we're flaring through the chest, not through the lower back, not through the neck. Lift the bum off the floor and roll that roller down towards the bottom ribs. And then back up towards the shoulders. Breathing in. On the out breath, go down towards those bottom ribs. And then go back up towards those shoulders. And then leaning on that left side, all the way down, all the way back up, and then all the way through the center. And then leaning on that right side, all the way down, all the way back up. And then come back into the middle. Rest that bum on the floor. One more stretch over the roller, lengthening, pulling that head away from the tailbone. So I'm cradling the base of my head in my hands. I'm kind of pulling and extending my head away from my tailbone, stretching. And then I'm just going to gently bring that chin into the chest and lift myself up off that roller. Sitting nice and tall, legs out straight. Reaching forwards down towards those feet. Breathing in, breathing out. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Bring those arms up in front of you, breathing in. On the out breath, push those hands forward over those feet. Then sit yourself up nice and tall, leaning back. Hold yourself here. Lift that chest up high. Bring yourself up to vertical. Bring that chest up high. Use your heels to pull onto your front bottom, reaching yourself right forward over those feet. Sit yourself up high, breathing in. On the out breath, leaning back. Lift that chest up high. Sitting yourself up nice and tall, reaching forwards over those feet. Bring those arms up into the sky, reaching at 45 degrees. Bring yourself up vertical, hands up above the head. Lean yourself back with those hands up above the head. Bring those hands in front of you. Bring yourself back up to vertical. Okay, just move that roller out of the way. We'll roll down and we'll stretch those hips. Holding the hands up in front, breathing in. On the out breath, lowering slowly down to the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head on the floor, take those hands all the way over the head. Push that right hand away from the right foot. And then push that left hand away from that left foot. Take both hands, hold both hands together. Push both hands away from both feet. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Bring that right knee into the chest. Pull that right knee in. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull that right knee over the body. All the way over to the floor. To the left-hand side, put that right arm straight. Push that left foot away from the top of the head and keep your spine straight. Turn your head over to the right so your eyes are looking to that right hand. Breathing in. On the out breath, push the right knee towards the floor, follow the hip after the knee. Follow the shoulders after the hand and move the shoulders away from the hip, rotating. Breastbone up to the sky, tummy button towards the sky. Stretching, turning through those ribs. And then roll back onto the back, bring that knee up into the chest. And then bring that leg all the way over the body again, reaching that knee away from the hand. Eyes looking towards the hand. And then roll over onto that left-hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm, take hold of that right foot in the right hand, roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down, push that foot into the hand. Breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen that leg away from you, so you're clenching with the bum, so keeping that pubic bone, tummy button, breastbone aligned, pushing the foot into the hand, stretching through the front of that leg, stretching through the front of that hip. Pushing the hand and foot away behind you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen. And then release. Roll back onto the back. Bring that knee up into the shoulders again. Really pulling that right leg away from the left leg. Stretching through that groin. And then turning that leg. Bring that left leg in. Put the right foot on the left knee and then pull that left knee in, push that right knee away. Keep those shoulders away from the ears, keep them down. Holding that leg in that rotated position, push the knee back into the hand, Keeping the spine straight. Make sure your hips haven't slewed off to the left. Keeping yourself nice and long, pushing the head away from the pubic bone. Release the push of the knee and then stretch that leg further, making sure you're not slewing your hips. Release the left leg out straight. Hold on to the right knee, pull it up into the chest again, letting go of the right foot. Take hold of that right knee and pull it over the body, pushing that right hand out, pushing the right knee down, stretching through the chest, breathing in, breathing out, lengthen. And then roll back onto the back and let that right leg go out straight, take the hands over the head. Big breath in, reaching and stretching, big breath out, hands to the sky, bring that left knee in. Pull that left knee up towards the left shoulder, push the right leg away, keeping it nice and straight. Stretching through that groin. And then bringing that that left leg all the way over the body, pushing that right leg down, pushing it straight. Turning those eyes to the right, to the left rather, putting that left knee to the floor. Pushing that right leg away, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Turning the eyes left. Trying to get that left ear to the floor. And just releasing as you breathe out. And then roll back onto the back. Help the knee up if you need. Pull that knee up into the armpit again. Pushing the right leg away. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring that leg all the way over the body, pushing that left hand away, pushing that left knee to the floor. And then roll over onto the right hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm, pushing that right leg down and straight. Take hold of this left leg in the left hand. Clench the bum, make sure you pull that pubic bone forward. Push that left foot into the hand and lengthen the foot and the hand behind the body. Keeping those knees at hip height. Pushing that foot away, stretching through the front of the knee, stretching through the front of the leg, stretching through the front of the hip. Pushing that pubic bone forward, breathing in. Breathing in, out, release the push and just lengthen that leg, stretch that leg, take it away behind. And then release it and roll back onto your back. Pushing that that right leg away, take that left knee up in towards the shoulder. Pulling those legs away from each other. Then pull that left leg all the way over the body, pushing the left hand away. Turning the eyes left. Turning that chest up to the sky, turning the belly button up to the sky. And then roll back onto the back. Pulling that left knee up, bring that right leg up, put that left foot on the right leg. Pull that leg in. Push the right knee away with the left knee away with the left elbow. Breathing in. Breathing out, push that knee into the elbow. Breathing in. Breathing out, release the push, pull that the right leg in closer, push the left knee away further, rotating, keeping that spine straight, don't let the hips slew off to the right. Pulling those shoulders away from the ears. And then release that right leg out, pull that left knee in. And then release that left leg out too. Take the hands all the way over the head. Reach and stretch those fingers from the toes. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Push those hands up into the sky. Flatten that back into the floor. Stretch those legs away from you so those hip flexors open. Pull those shoulders into the floor. Lift that back up. So all of the spine's off the floor. Just adjust your body. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Flatten that back into the floor, push those hands to the sky, stretch those shoulders forwards around the body. And then pull them back so they're flat on the floor. Bring those arms all the way down by the side. Pull the top ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs into the ground. Small lift off that lower back. Slide those fingers under your bottom, breathing in on the out breath. Push off the elbows. Lift up onto the back of the head. Push that chest high up into the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing in. Fill those ribs up with air. Those lungs up with air. Spreading those ribs. Breathing out. Release. Lower that body back onto the floor. Bring the left leg in. Bring the right leg in. Keep the tailbone hard down on the ground. Find that neutral spine. Top ribs, middle ribs, bottoms, all on the ground. Let those knees drop apart. Keeping the tailbone pushed down onto the floor. Hands are on the inside of the thighs, pushing those knees apart. Now just pull those knees in towards the hands. Breathing in, lengthen the head from the tailbone. Breathing out, release the push, let those legs stretch further. Put that right leg straight. Push that left leg straight. Point those toes, circles with those feet. Circles with those feet the other way. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Flex those feet. Really pull the toes towards the knees. Keep those knees nice and straight. Point those toes. Release those legs, let them fall down out towards the floor. Really stretch those inner thighs. Bend the knees, let the feet drop towards the bum, and then bring those knees back together with using the hands. Push the tailbone into the floor, keep that back in neutral, pull those shoulders into the ground, and then release the tailbone and lift it up off the floor by hugging the knees into the chest. Release the tailbone, push it down into the ground. Pop those arms on the floor, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift the feet away from the bum so the knees at 90 degrees. Draw in the core like you're stopping yourself having a wee. Take that right foot all the way around, rotating that thigh, tap the heel on the floor, bring it back up. Take that right foot, same leg, all the way down, take that heel to the floor, bring it all the way back up. Same leg, take it, extend it a bit further away from the bum. Don't let your shoulders move, don't let your tummy move, don't let your back arch. Lift that leg back up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, all the ribs are on the floor. Take that right leg a little further away, down to the floor, bring it back up. And then one more, a little further away, so we're extending that leg, making it straight as we can. Bring it back up. Take that left leg, keeping the knee at 90, leg down, a foot down to the floor. Bring it back up, push the shoulders away from the ears. Take that left leg down to the floor again. Tap it, bring it back up. Take that left leg down to the floor again. Tap it, bring it back up. Take it down, taking it further away from the bum all the time. Bring it back up. One more, take it right as far away as you can, as you feel comfortable without moving that body. Bring it back up. Pushing those hands towards past the bum, pulling those shoulders away from the ears, making sure all those ribs are on the floor, making sure that lower back slightly lifted. Both feet keep at 90 degrees with the knees, lower those feet down to the floor, drawing in the core, tap the heels, bring those feet back up. Breathing in on the out breath, lowering those legs all the way down. Bring them back up, take them down again to the same place. All the way down, holding them here, slide them away to straight on the floor. Lengthen, bring those legs back in, bring those feet back up. Lower those feet all the way down to the floor, taking them a bit further away from the bum if you feel comfortable, but not if you're arching your shoulders. Lengthen those legs away, sliding them on the floor or having them just above the floor, clench with that bum, bring those legs back in. Bring them back up, breathing in. Take those heels all the way down to the floor again. Lengthen those legs away, clenching with the bum, drawing those legs back in, bringing them back up. Bring that upper body up off the floor, hands past the bum, or parallel to the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, take that right leg down to the floor, bring it back up. Eyes to the sky, take that left leg down to the floor, bring it back up. Take that right leg down a bit further away, bring it back up. Take that left leg down a bit further away, bring it back up. Extend that right leg a bit further, bring it back up. Extend that left leg a little bit further, bring it back up. Take that right leg to straight, bring it back in. Take that left leg to straight, bring it back in. Take those arms all the way up to the sky, head to the floor, arms all the way over the head. Take both legs down to the floor. Lengthen with that tummy, lift those legs back up. So with the arms overhead, we're stretching through the core. Take those both legs down to the floor, tap the heel, bring both legs back up. Breathing in on the out breath, take both legs down to the floor and extend them, sliding them on the ground out straight. Bring both legs back in, lift both legs back up. Take both feet down to the floor. Extend both legs out straight, pushing those hands away from the feet, keeping neutral spine. Bring those legs back in. Bring them back up. Take both feet down to the floor. Extend both legs away, keeping those ribs on the ground, lengthening. Bring those legs back in. Bring them back up. Again, take both legs down to the floor. Extend those legs out straight, clenching with the bum. Hover those feet just off the floor. Lift those hands so they're just off the floor. Bring those legs back in. Bring them back up. One more. Take those legs out onto the floor. Take them out straight, keeping the heels on the floor if you need, or lift them just up. Keep the hands on the floor if you need, or lift them just up. Bring those legs back in. Rest them on the floor. Take those hands all the way up to the sky, pushing the chin up, pushing the fingers up to the sky, the spine into the floor. Then pull the shoulders into the floor. Get in that neutral spine, bring those arms all the way by the side, palms down. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, pull them back and down. Breathing in. Keep those heels under the knee. Breathing out, lift the balls of the feet up. Flatten that lower back, clench that bum. Push that pubic bone up into the sky. Push that pubic bone all the way up into the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath. Lower that back down to the floor. Arch that back at the bottom. Breathing in. On the out breath, flatten the back, clench the bum. Push through the heels, drive that pubic bone all the way up into the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower that back one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the ground. Arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in. On the out breath, push through the heels, drive that pubic bone up into the sky, hold yourself up here. Pushing through those heels, bring those arms straight up into the sky. Bring them all the way over the head, so you're rotating them, keeping them away from the ears. So let's take those arms all the way up into the sky again, so we don't let the shoulders hunch or move forward as we rotate. Take the arms down to the floor. Shoulders have stayed attached to the ground. Bring those arms up into the sky. Bring them all the way over the head, keeping them away from the ears. Don't let them hunch up to the ears. Pushing through those heels, pushing through the right heel, soften the left heel on the ground. Pushing through the left heel, soften the right heel on the ground. Push through that right heel. Notice how you push on the left shoulder to stabilize the body. Push through the left heel. Notice how you push through the right shoulder to stabilize on the body. So we do this on the ball when we go side to side. We do this when we lift our legs up. Push both feet into the floor. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Bring them all the way down by your side, pushing your shoulders away from your ears. You shouldn't have to push them much because they shouldn't have hunched. Push through those heels, balls of the feet off the ground. Pushing through that right heel, pushing through that left shoulder, lift that left leg up. Tap that left heel down. Lift that left heel up. Tap that left heel down. Feel the right glute working. Lift that left leg up. Put that left leg down. Push through the left heel. Push through that right shoulder, right arm. Lift that right leg up. Tap that right leg down. So I'm keeping my knees bent here. I'm just making that glute work. Lift that right leg up, pushing through that left heel. Put that right leg down. I don't want any lowering of that left hip. Lift that right leg up. Lower it down. Breathing in on the out breath. Lower that back all the way down to the floor, keeping those shoulders flat. Breathing in, arch that back at the bottom. Breathing out. Rolling all the way down. Lengthen those legs out to straight. Breathing in. And on the out breath, roll over onto your tummy. Rolling all the way over onto your tummy. Forehead on your hands. Forehead on your hands. Legs out straight. Clench the bum. Push that pubic bone into the floor. Draw the tummy in. Lift that belly off the ground. Tighten the thighs. Lift those knees and feet off the floor so the legs are out straight. Breathing in. Pull those shoulders down away from the ears. Breathing out, lift that left leg up into the sky and then down to the rest position, but it's off the ground. Both legs remain off the ground through this whole thing. Clench the bum and lift that right leg up and lower. Keep the belly off the floor. Keep your pelvis from rotating. So you're clenching your bum, lift that left leg. So we're lifting through the glutes and release. Clench and lift. Release. Clench and lift. Release. Clench and lift. Release. Okay, right leg. Clench and lift. Release. We do 3 more. Clench and lift. Release. The legs remain off the floor. Clench and lift. Release. 1 more. Clench and lift. Release and then lower both legs to the ground. Relax the bum, relax the tummy. Breathing in, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, draw the tummy in, lift that off the ground. Both legs lift into the sky. Both legs, feet tap to the floor. Clench and lift. Ease and lower. Clench and lift. Ease and lower. Clench and lift. Ease and lower. 1 more. Clench and lift. Hold them here. Pulse that right leg up higher for 3, 2, 1. Pulse the left leg higher for 3, 2, 1. Pulse the right leg higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse the left leg higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So both legs are off the floor and then lower them all the way down to the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax the forehead on the ground. Take the arms away from under your head, but have them parallel to the long side of the mat. Fingers are level with the top of the head. Elbows are level with the chest. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum into the ground. Draw the tummy in, lift the belly button off the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift that head and chest up off the ground, keeping the eyes looking straight down. Pull those shoulder blades together and then pull the elbows as if they're trying to pull down to your waist, pushing the chest forward on the mat, breathing in. And then on the out breath, release all the way down to flat. Breathing in. Push those forearms and elbows into the floor. Lift that chest up, clench that bum, lengthen those legs. And then release all the way down into the ground. Breathing in. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back, clench the bum. Lift the legs off the ground, lift that upper body and chest up. Pushing forwards with that chest, breathing in. And on the out breath, release all the way down to the ground one more time. Breathing in, clench the bum, lift those legs up, draw in the core, lift the belly up, pull through those forearms, lift the chest up off the ground. Breathing in, lengthen the head away from those toes, pushing. Slide those hands down towards those bottom ribs, keeping those elbows up in the sky, keep the elbows close together. Legs are off the ground, breathing in. On the out breath, pushing off those hands, come onto those thighs and pubic bone. Ease on those hands, come back down to those bottom ribs, legs lift up, thighs come off the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come onto those thighs and pubic bone, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Release on the arms, come back down to those bottom ribs, legs come up, thighs come up. So we're doing it like rocking chair. Push off those hands, come onto those thighs and ribs, onto that pubic bone, and then lower back to those bottom ribs, legs and thighs come off the ground. Keep these shoulders away from the ears, breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands and forearms, come onto those thighs and pubic bone, straighten those arms, come onto the knees. Lengthen through that chest, pushing it forward. Clench through the bum, push the pubic bone towards the floor. Lower with the arms, come onto that pubic bone. Straighten with the arms, come onto the knees. Lower with the arms, come onto that pubic bone. Keep those shoulders away from the ears, shoulders back and down. Lengthen, come onto the knees. Breathing in, on the out breath, tighten the thighs, lift those knees off the floor. Push the head away from the feet. Keep those shoulders back and down. Now drop the knees to the floor. Push that bum in the air. And go back into child pose. All the way back down. Bum down to the heels. Leave those forearms and hands where they are. Stretching through that back, stretching through the chest. And most of all, stretching through those hips. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now pull those knees, keep the knees where they are on the mat, but you're going to tension them away from each other and feel the glutes engage and release. Tension and feel the glutes engage and then lift, pushing those knees into the floor up onto all fours. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, turn the inside of the elbows forward. And if you've kept your hands in the same place on the floor, you should be able to swing your hips. Might have to push your hands forwards a bit. Swing your hips forward through and come back into that up dog position. Tighten the thighs, so we're on the tops of the feet. Clenching with the bum. Drawing in that tummy. Open that chest, eyes looking horizontal. Not sagging in that lower back. Drawing in that core. Drop those knees to the floor. Keep the hands where they are. Bum goes back into child pose, so the arms come really straight. Yeah, I must have pulled my arms back before. So breathing in, pull the knees apart, clench with the bum, lift that body up, coming up onto all fours, swing those hips forward, turning the inside of the elbows forward, pulling those shoulder blades together, open that chest, tighten those thighs. So we learn to find the up dog position, knees are off the floor. From that, it would be down dog or something like that, rather than coming up from the floor. Drop the knees to the ground, bum in the air, and go back into child pose again. Opening through those armpits, stretching through that back, breathing in, breathing out. Pulling the knees apart on the mat, come back up onto all fours, let the hands slide back so they come under the shoulders. Turning the inside of the elbow forward, turn the tailbone down, push the back up, bring the eyes down towards the knees. Make sure your shins are parallel. And then turn the tailbone up, bring the belly down, bring those eyes slowly up to the sky. Find that middle position, that neutral spine position. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. We're going to slide those hands forwards on the floor, keeping the bum above the knees. Pulling away and pulling apart from the knees so we engage the glutes. Bring that chin, forehead, chest down towards the floor, pushing those arms forward. Breathing in, push those forearms into the ground. So we tension those armpits while they're in a place of stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the tension. Let those arms slide forward slightly more on the floor. So we're getting a bigger range of motion around those armpits. By increasing the range of motion here, we release the pressure on the lower back when we lift our arms up into the sky. We're not arching that lower back. Lift that back, that chest up off the ground, walk those hands back to under the shoulders. Knees are parallel, feet are parallel. Turn the inside of the elbows forward, turn the tailbone down, push that back up, eyes down to the knees. And then turn that tailbone up, bring the eyes to the sky, bring that belly down. Breathing in. On the out breath, slide those hands forward one more time, bring the chest down to the floor, down in the puppy pose, rest the chin down, pushing the chest down, breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing those hands forwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push the forearms into the ground. Pushing those forearms into the ground. And then release the push. Lengthen those hands away and stretch through those armpits. Stretching through those armpits. So this is the same stretch as when you put your arm up a wall and you take your armpit towards the wall. Stretching those shoulders so we can get the hands above the head without arching that lower back. Walk those hands back in, bringing that body back up onto all fours. Turn that tailbone down. Bring those eyes down to the knees. Push the back up. Come into neutral. Take that right hand, palm up. Bring it all the way up to the sky, to the right. And then swing that right hand all the way through under that left arm, threading that needle, pushing it through, stretching that right shoulder, stretching that chest. Make sure you've got even weight on your knees. Push off that right hand, left hand, bring that right hand up into the sky. Stretch through that lower back, bring that right shoulder backwards, left shoulder forwards, and then release, bring that right hand all the way through under this left arm. Trying to look under that left armpit, getting that right shoulder under the left shoulder. Push off that right hand, left hand, bring that right hand up into the sky. Stretching that lower back and then rest it next to that left hand. Breathing in on the out breath, take the left arm up into the sky, pushing off this right hand, even weight on both feet. Bring that left hand all the way down, through under this right shoulder, pushing that right shoulder under the left. The other way around, I am getting left and right muddled up. Even weight on both knees. Push off your right hand, bring your left hand up into the sky. And then bring that left hand all the way through under this right arm one more time. Looking through. And then push off that right hand, bring that left hand up into the sky. Pushing that right shoulder under the left. And then bring those hands next to each other on the floor. Push that back up, bring the eyes to the knees. Sink that back down. And then sit yourself down on the mat. Either bring your legs through or sit yourself turn around. Okay, resting yourself here on the mat, legs out straight. Pop those hands under the thighs. Pull that chest forward, lift that chest up so we come right onto that middle bottom. Round those shoulders, roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Release the hands under the legs and push those knees down to the floor. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky, all the way around. 2 more minutes, Wolfie. Bring those arms straight up into the sky, all the way around. Bring those arms straight up into the sky, hold them together above the head, breathing in. On the out breath, push those arms up high. Push those arms up high, lift that chest up. Breathing in, breathing out. Release those arms. Rest them on your legs and roll your shoulders. Well done.